Estamos haciendo trabajo policial aquí. ¿Tú quieres ver que estoy llamando a mi mujer? Tú, su normal, mira, te trae un pájaro. Yo no los quiero cabrear, pero es que ellos me cabrean a mí. ¿Qué más te dijo de mí esa perra? Hola, Martín Martínez. Estos quieren hacerle una tontería a Bigotinchi. Bigotinchi, ¿te estás enamorando de Martín Martínez? ¿Qué es la vida sino una mascarada, compañero? Acabas de llamar a mi mejor amigo Kim Kitsuragi amarillo, detenido.
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
Aquí.
What? Kim? No, it's you. You. You and the seagull are just alike.
Por la cara.
Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became Shit City. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons.
Joder, tío. Qué mal. Bueno, quien no se diga esas cosas que tire la primera piedra.
No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Pero yo no soy así, yo sigo siendo romántico. Di que sí, Bigotinchi.
Sure, inside. But outside, it's a tough world. You've got to do whatever it takes to survive. And you do. Question is, will you admit that to yourself? Good boy. Exactly. The seagull does what it
Mira,
takes. And
mira,
so
toma.
do you.
Genial.
You've got that same spirit in you. When the time comes, you push yourself.
Vale, pues sí, soy una gaviota. Como el de la serie de Malviviendo. Me llaman la gaviota.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
Si Bigotinchi tenía ese número en la cabeza es porque es de alguien.
End of tone. Someone picks up.
Sí, viene.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
Ay, la viejita de la silla de ruedas que está buscando a su marido.
Do you have any news about Pierre? Sure you do. No one has anything
No
nowadays.
te enfades. Estoy en ello, estoy buscándolo.
You're either a salesman or a statistician of some kind. I am not interested in cooperating. To hell with the police. To hell with you.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not. Calling. Still calling. Again? Seriously?
sigue.
Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Eso ya sí que no sé quién es. Girard, qué nombre tan estúpido. Cámbialo del nombre.
Don't worry about it, buddy. Happens to all of us. You have a nice day now.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect.
Alguien me tiene que dar una respuesta aquí.
Calling.
Yo voy a llamar a quien sea.
Calling. Calling. Still calling. Still.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work. Tethys. Hey! You're not Tethys.
Mierda.
Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Disconnect. Tone.
Todo el mundo me cuelga, tío. Kim, relájate. Estamos haciendo trabajo policial aquí. Yo voy a llamar otra vez.
Calling.
I'm tired.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
Writing. I hate writing so much. But I have to get back to it.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens.
Pues Marco.
Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying. You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Then move one up and repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before. 414447. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air. 1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling. Yes, 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks. 451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection. An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion, far away. A distant network of phones, calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rising with each ring. Calling still. Ringing by the bedside of a dark but capacious apartment with long windows. You know
Pero
this
porque
to
si
be
yo
true.
sé todas esas cosas, tengo poderes.
The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. You just do, and you know it is going to hurt. Calling. 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 Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges.
Ay, Dios, ¿tú quieres ver que estoy llamando a mi mujer?
The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Ay, Harry. Quiero morirme, no le digas eso. Soy un revolucionario servidor de la humanidad. Liberaré a la humanidad y aboliré las clases. Resucitaré a los muertos. Hola.
Who is this?
Quiero morirme. No, no le digas eso. Mire lo de la voz.
No, no. It's you, isn't it? It's you. Dora, who is this? The connection is bad.
¿Quién es Dora?
The name feels like a gift. A gift that was meant for you.
Ay, Dios, mira que cogí el teléfono por la risa. Yo pensaba que iba a llamar a alguien y a decirle alguna burrada, pero Bigotinchi está afligido y yo no lo quiero ver así.
And fight. In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing.
No.
It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
Es que no quiero decirle ni que me quiero morir ni la 4. No le digo nada de eso, tío. Adiós.
A sigh. She heard you, but she does not hang up. And neither do you. You can't. That's it. You're caught in a trap. It'll take quite a while for the shit circus to end now.
Quiero decirle eso, tío. Pues quiero morirme.
What?
Quiero vivir contigo.
Oh no. Is that you?
Que no quiero decirle lo del revolucionario, tío. No quiero.
A sigh. She heard. That's it. You're caught in a trap. It'll take quite a while for the shit circus to end now.
What? Oh no. Is that you?
Pues venga, nada. Soy un revolucionario que va a abolir las clases.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
Ya, pues ya. Yo no quería decirle eso porque iba a pensar que estoy borracho, efectivamente. Pero no estoy borracho.
Oh God. Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
Mi mujer se fue a otro país.
It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
Te vienes de Marchuki, no, Harry, no.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked
Ay,
about
Dios, pero
already?
¿quién me mandaría a mí a coger este teléfono, tío?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
Voy a colgar.
Your hand isn't moving. The headset hisses in your ear with evil sadness. Right now, I'm gonna give you one chance. Push the headset in the cradle with all the strength you have.
Sí, sí.
The cord dangles in the wind like a sickening worm.
Ay, Bigotinchi. No, ya no quiero llamar a nadie. Tu mujer está con otro, Bigotinchi.
Yes?
Bueno, con otro no, con uno, porque él no es tu mujer ya. Borracho no estoy, eso lo puedo asegurar.
The smell, it's awful and familiar. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency, That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
A ver si me voy a caer. No,
There's
no
some
quiero eso.
tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand, you see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads, Shish Kebab Revachol. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
Esto es un cadáver, ¿no? Pero no creo que esté acostado así
A
ahí.
man lies on the boardwalk.
Ay, no. ¿Y tú
His
quieres ver que este es el
limbs
marido de
bent
la
and neck
señora en
turned
silla de
at
ruedas?
an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet.
Y se murió por eso.
The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
¿Y se murió porque se le metió el pie por ahí?
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit
Se
his head
golpeó con el
against
banco.
the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole.
Nuevo miedo desbloqueado, ¿eh? Pues eso me puede pasar a mí cualquier día.
You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine or 1.5 of spirits. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself. have a good time.
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
Oh, tranquilo, no iba a cogerla.
True. It feels disrespectful. Rabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum
Qué
too.
asco, por Dios.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario, even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without
Y dale,
the
que no me hables tú.
Now that would be just
Electroquímica.
sad.
Qué mal me cae.
This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
No, Bigotinchi no va a beber nunca más porque yo no se lo voy a permitir.
Well, at least you're not married.
Uy, qué golpe tan bajo, Kim. No estoy casado porque me dejó mi mujer, o eso tú no lo sabes, para que me estés recordando esas cosas. ¿Qué es esto? Ah, la bufanda.
Or, what if you are?
Estoy separada.
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk. Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body. From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle. A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary
¿Quieres
work.
subir? Bonnie, es que si subes me vas a pisar el teclado, chica, y me la vas a liar aquí, me vas a dar una respuesta que no quiero. Ya bastante la liamos ahora llamando a la mujer de Harry.
Good call. The guys at processing can take care of the rest. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else? I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
¿Y para qué quiero yo llevarle un pájaro a Carte? Mira, se lo voy a llevar no porque quiera congraciarme con él, sino porque yo soy un hombre justo y ya que le rompí un pájaro le voy a dar otro. Pero no porque yo quiera hacerme su colega ni nada. Tú, su normal, mira, te traes un pájaro.
Can I help you?
What is this thing?
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxi.
Ah, pues ve cómo eres un retrasado que enseguida ya me viene a hablar mal, tío. Estoy intentando enmendar mis errores.
I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
Pues muy bien.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem. This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90, or you get a heart attack from running.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Eso es sarcasmo, Kitsuragi. No te voy a pagar porque me voy a quedar en casa de una vieja que me dejó de dormir en su casa. Para que seas listo, no te pienso pagar ni un real.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Ah, no, pues no era la mujer que me habló por teléfono. Puede que su marido no esté muerto después de todo. ¿Esta gente qué pasa? ¿Que vive aquí en el bar?
It's you again. What is it? Why?
Porque es la que dirige vuestro pequeño aquelarre.
You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for
Que no,
this.
sí, ya sé que
Get
tu
rid
banda
of
no es
or
tuya
fuck
y la dirige una
off.
mujer para que seas listo. Los tiene a todos firmes, trabajando para ella y tú vas aquí de jefe de la mafia. Mira, tú eres un papanata.
How many times must I tell you?
Yeah, fuck off!
Sounds like you wanna push this steaming pile of shit on anyone. And now you pet Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing.
Educado
That's
es
just
Kim Kitsuragi.
legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
No, no puedo.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Se está poniendo serio Kitsuragi, me estoy poniendo cachonda.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back.
Es que tiene una voz, ¿verdad?
A sudden flash of light.
Me salió una tirada que tenía un
The hostel
3%.
cafeteria is lit by its airy
Hoy es tu
blaze.
día de suerte, Bigotinchi.
Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
No. All right, she took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Cop.
La operación es que es la venta de droga.
That's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now.
And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
I've seen the wench. I'm not blind. You saying she reeled herself up by her collar, like some kind of...
Kidding?
Let's go with that. Point is, it's just a rusty wench. It doesn't put her on the roof.
La gente tiene unos hobbies muy raros, sí, sí. Sobre todo el garte ese que le gusta a los pájaros disecados.
Nah, the only way up there is through Clausia's room. We've only been drinking here for what? 6 years? How much do we know?
Been thinking of getting wilding in rags. That is on my ass, boss.
Que no me interesa tu vida. Cállate la boca, que es como me cállese también, ¿eh?
There you go. Tatted on his ass. We know the place.
Te lo juro, tiraba una granada en la sala esa, tipo.
No, but that doesn't prove anything.
No estoy hablando contigo.
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
What if they're connected by the winch, Eugene? That is your name, right, Eugene? If they're connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Hágale caso a mi amigo Kim.
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot. Tell you one thing, I liked how that goddamn wench came up again. That was nifty. Firmly, try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found.
Pero ya lo encontraré porque yo soy Colombo. Anteriormente mencionado.
And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
No, la tía es una mafiosa y no tiene un arma, mira. El único que no tiene arma aquí soy yo y porque la perdí.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
Exacto, la casa de empeño vendió mi arma a una mujer, puede que fuera ella, exactamente. Ay, Dios, mataron a un hombre con mi arma, tío. El arma de un policía.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
Que te calles.
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
This one does not like Ruby.
Eso vamos a utilizar en nuestro favor.
She organizes things. She doesn't whack people. That's not the kind of person she is. She's a talker.
It's clear this one is protective of her.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people. You need a gun for that. You can't prove she has one.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
All right, Carl. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
Yo no los quiero cabrear, pero es que ellos me cabrean a mí, tío. Y al final es una cadena, ¿sabes? No lo cabré. Vale, la 2 entonces no le digo. La 3 o la 1. Qué tapadera. Voy a decir a la 3.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
It's the kind of chin-rubbing men, often leaders, do when they think of punishment.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Cállate tú también.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Shanks se llama uno como el de como el de One Piece. Ella fue la primera en subir.
I didn't do it, fucker. It wasn't my plan.
Imaginemos, dije.
You probably did, though.
It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky. You killed him. You got up there, shot him, cut down.
Fuck you, man. I would never fuck my guys over like that.
She didn't either. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Ahora ya están hablando con sinceridad. Ahora, tío, vamos a colaborar. Que yo soy policía, pero soy de los guay.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this
Sabía que no tenía que decirles.
put your head in your ass.
Sabía que no tenía que decirles.
Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks.
Okay. We ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
Ay, sí, eso sí calma las aguas, Kim Kitsuragi.
There's a bit of truth in there for Titus to react so brashly. He does not like his authority questioned. Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions.
A ver, dime, dime.
I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why? She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
Porque no quería que me lo dijeras a mí, porque soy policía, entiendo. Yo a esa mujer no la conozco de nada, yo no le he hecho nada de esa.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
¿Cuánto dura este juego? No sé. No sé. Pero ojalá que toda la vida.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made
Toma,
sure.
nuevo punto de habilidad.
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived, I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little... I told you. You. Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Pero ¿por qué todo el mundo me tiene esa pelusilla, tío? ¿Qué le he hecho yo a la gente? Si yo nada más que no he hecho otra cosa sino que sufrir en esta vida.
And a hole in his heart. That first.
Sure. Normal. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
¿Qué más te dijo de mí esa perra?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Claro que no me detengo, soy un sabueso.
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
Me gusta eso.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Sí, soy juego con vuestras mentes.
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
Yeah, There was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This called Titus, this called Pete. But she was too scared.
Pero ¿cómo va a estar asustada de mí? Si está asustada de mí es porque es una delincuente. Porque yo soy un amor de persona.
Scared? You should be too. A strange fear creeps over you. A metallic taste in your mouth. Change the subject.
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Pero yo sí que pongo la mano en el fuego porque Bigotinchi no es una mala persona. En plan, no, esa chica no le tiene miedo porque Bigotinchi le hiciera algo malo de forma gratuita. Yo creo que es una delincuente y por eso me tiene miedo porque yo soy como Colombo, o sea, soy... Tengo los huevos como un bombo. Lo siento, lo tenía que decir. Soy como que soy súper buen poli, lo que estaba hablando que no se me escapa nada y que hago que todo el mundo confiese y tal. Entonces esta tía me tiene miedo por eso, no porque Bigotinchi sea mala gente. Bigotinchi no.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Bueno, eso dices tú.
Yeah, Al, and we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn. A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there. The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
¿Qué, mi niña?
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
Yo tampoco entiendo nada.
There you have it. Pale something.
It feels like you'll get to know soon enough.
Sure, there are some shithouses there. A cinder block town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry.
Marimacho dice.
It'll have to.
Venga, que no se
His
diga.
grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite. Tightly packed RCM sergeant material. No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
Yo soy capitán. Soy teniente, pero soy capitán realmente. ¿Tú crees que podría ir a hablar con Martí Martínez ahora? ¿A qué hora me tengo que acostar aquí para no perder algún tipo de saludo de algo?
Pretty hot suspect right now. Don't you? That Ruby of yours? Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Clasia. It was nice and Ruby-centric in the end.
Joder, ahora mis putos pensamientos haciéndome dudar.
Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash? Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you. That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that.
Joder, tío. Ahora que es la otra tía también.
Am I glad Ruby's in this shit? Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
No sé, tío. Si fuera de otra forma, aquí Kitsuragi se hubiera dado cuenta. Yo confío en él. Hola, Martínez. Hay alguien aquí mirando, ¿no? Pues que mire. Yo miro cómo se hace el trabajo policial. Que aprende.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again? Then I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
¿Por qué querría yo conocer a tu amigo?
Trust me, you do.
¿Sabes por dónde estoy ahora, Guillermo? El Martínez ese dice que entra a su casa, que su amigo quiere hablar conmigo. Estos quieren hacerle una tontería a Bigotinchi. ¿A dónde te vas a ir tú, Martínez?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Take care, all right?
Different, of course.
Es muy bueno escuchando, me encanta hablar con el Bigotinchi. ¿Te estás enamorando de Martínez? Huele bien, ¿por qué demonios huele tan bien?
Something so mysterious about the way he talks.
¿Te estás riendo de mí, Kim Kitsuragi?
Very.
Que a Bigotinchi le gustan las mujeres, que ya lo ha dejado claro.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
Yo recuerdo la extraña interacción con la mujer del hotel, justo al principio, sí. Pues no es la única mujer que renunció a su trabajo esa noche por mi culpa. La de la limpieza también. Imagínate la que lié yo esa noche aquí. A ver. Pues este tío era el que menos me esperaba que estuviera ahí dentro. Yo me esperaba otro estrafalario como Martínez, que no se llama así, pero bueno, como es el nombre que nos dio. Una revista de negocios trimestral. A ver, ¿qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? Yo voy primero a mirar aquí lo que hay en la habitación, luego hablo contigo. Bata de seda festiva de dragón. Más uno en teatralidad. Nos la vamos a poner ahora mismo. Oh. Guillermo, abre Twitch, mira Bigotinchi.
Oh.
Parece un gurú, ¿verdad?
O eso, o alguien que... Una persona haciendo las cosas.
Oh, mira. ¡Mira! Espérate, ¿y si le quito este? ¡Mira! ¡Mira ahora, qué guapo!
Cuidado con la pelambrera.
Parece un vendedor ambulante, sí. Está guapísimo así, Bigotinchi. Yo supuestamente... ¡Ah! ¿Pero qué es esta mascarada, Bigotinchi? A ver.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Esos somos nosotros, los que viste y calza.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason you feel this man is your superior.
No. Superior a Bigotinchi aquí no hay nadie, ni Kitsuragi.
Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stability on assignment from Sur-la-Clé.
El micro abierto, la perra ladrar, parece una canción de reggaetón. Total. Me encantaría saber hacer música para ponerme aquí a hacer mis mezclas, pero yo de música yo no tengo ningún tipo de talento. Funcionario del gobierno de la coalición. Trabajo para el Instituto de Estabilización de Precios y a mí que me importa eso.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good.
Sí, con tu amigo.
Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Para eso vine, para
First
preguntar.
ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
Haz una pregunta personal inocua para comenzar el interrogatorio con el pie derecho, ¿sí?
Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
¿Te ves como el juego me responde? Es como que me escucha, tío. Qué paranoia. Eso, aquí quien establece los términos soy yo.
Yeah, let's fuck with him. Who does he think he is? Assisting you?
Eso sí, tú a mí no me estás prestando ayuda. Yo pregunto y tú respondes, porque es tu obligación.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
That didn't work at all.
Bueno, había que intentarlo.
What was that? You were supposed to fuck with him, not The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show staged by the Hardys. Let him talk. He may know more than even he knows.
Dice que lo has visto porque fuiste tú que lo perpetró. No, a ver, Bigotinchi. Así nos hacen las interrogaciones.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
¿Qué es la vida sino una mascarada, compañero?
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood I should not be seeing this.
That lines up with previous testimony, doesn't it? Well done, detective.
Gracias, Kid.
Only that there were about 8 or 10. I couldn't make out anything. It was so dark. And it was quiet. Quietest lynching I've ever heard of, let alone heard. But I suspect you knew that already. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women serving in the RCM is well-deserved. The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
Eso no me interesa, no me puede interesar menos, tío.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight. Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here.
Sí. Sí, tú estás aquí en la habitación de Marty Martinez renovándola.
You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Claro.
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter. La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution. It's the international organization for moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Si no lo he entendido mal, somos las putitas de la moral interna, ¿no?
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
Eres moralista.
But of course. Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
¿Tú eres moralista, Kim?
Me?
No eres. Tú eres un revolucionario como yo, pero no lo quieres decir. Estás esperando a que alguien encienda la chispa de la revolución. Yo la voy a encender. Bigotinchi la va a encender.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Revachol.
Bueno, que no te quieres mojar, Kim, que no eres moralista, vaya.
A very moralist answer.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
Pero que es un mundo normal y estable, efectivamente.
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, sur la clé.
Exactamente, Martínez no es ni normal ni estable.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else. Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
El moralismo me parece increíblemente aburrido. Yo soy un hombre de acción. Revachol debe ser gobernado por los revacholianos, estoy de acuerdo. La democracia será una farsa sin sentido mientras la clase trabajadora esté bajo el yugo del capital. ¡Dilo, Bigotinchi! Mira Bigotinchi lo que dice, Guillermo.
¿Qué?
Dice, la democracia será una farsa sin sentido mientras la clase trabajadora esté bajo el yugo del capital.
Ese Bigotinchi.
Ese es el Bigotinchi. ¿Ves cómo hay que quererlo? Esa es la que le voy a decir.
Ese Bigotinchi marxista. Ya decía yo que ese bigote no podía ser.
El bigote es por algo.
Esa pinta de Trotsky que tiene en nota.
Le voy a decir esa. ¡Viva Marx! ¡Viva! Y así como Bigotinchi, yo. Venga, vamos. Vamos a mojarnos por primera vez.
Of course, the detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM.
Ah, ¿qué pasa? Entonces sí somos las putitas de la moral internacional esa.
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
De cada Bigotinchi según sus posibilidades.
¿Cómo?
La cita esta de Lenin, creo que.
¿Cómo es?
A cada cual según sus necesidades, de cada cual según sus posibilidades. Algo así era.
¿Pero qué dijiste tú de Bigotinchi?
Ah, pues cambié a cada cual por Bigotinchi.
Ah, vale.
El pronombre.
¿Pero quién está hablando de comunismo aquí? Solo estamos hablando de que la clase trabajadora no puede estar subyugada. Ya está. Yo no estoy hablando de comunismo. Yo estoy hablando de justicia social. ¡Pedro Sánchez! ¿En serio intentas venderme que este mundo funciona bien?
It's moving towards the right direction and that's all that matters.
Bueno, que sí, pero yo quiero saber lo del ahorcamiento. No me estés metiendo ahora la política de por medio.
Now, enough of this delightful political
Exacto. ¿Cómo el juego me escucha?
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Te lo juro que el juego me escucha. ¿Qué es la estabilización de precios? No me interesa, tío. Háblame de Sur-la-Clef. No sé qué es eso ni me interesa. Háblame de Orañe.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover,
Me
it
estás
is a
hablando
great
en chino,
sponsor of
compañero.
less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes. Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least, Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur-la-Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
Yo le estoy preguntando todo eso porque tengo una misión que es preguntar sobre el mundo en el que vivo, porque ni de eso se acuerda Bigotinchi. Él solo sabe que la clase obrera no puede estar bajo el yugo del capital.
Oranje's economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
Tío, háblame más sencillo.
About what? Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
If he knows so much about Oranje, maybe he also knows about Oranje's mercenaries.
It is the most important thing. It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Sí, pero eso es relativo porque para uno será caro y para otro será barato. Tío.
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%. The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles.
Claro, sí, dame.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral interne. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral interne's commitment. Whatever you wish, officer.
¿Y si te dijera que hay un fugitivo de la Moral Inter en Martínez? El hombre al que lincharon era de Oranje.
Oh, that's unusual. The Oraniers are not the kind of people you associate with heinous crimes. It's such an upstanding and responsible country. Well, certainly one cannot rely simply on generalizations. That would go against our commitment to individual freedoms. And, of course, any loss of life is a tragedy. So tell me, what have you learned about the victim?
Yo no te voy a compartir esa información. Bueno, sí.
Extremely distasteful behavior. I cannot condone either drug use or needless boasting. Suffice it to say, that is not how we do things in Sur-la-Clé.
That's because they're all a bunch of squares who like to sit around with their fingers up each other's assholes.
As I said, the loss of any life is terrible, no matter who the person may have been. I do hope you're able to bring his killer or killers to justice. We must show that the rule of law still applies, even in Revachol. A fugitive?
Hypothetically speaking, you might add.
Well, I would say that is very bad indeed. Not super. What sort of a fugitive are we talking about here? That could be quite bad, depending on what sort of place you're talking about. That is extremely serious.
¿Pero por qué le estoy dando yo tanta
Corporate
información a
espionage
este?
may technically be legal in Revachol, but elsewhere it's a very high-level offense. It violates a number of international agreements, in particular the First La Charte Accord. This fugitive must be turned over to the ICP immediately. Have you
Inmediati.
apprehended them already?
Hands up, Venezuela. De inmediati.
A moment, if you don't mind, sir. You do realize what you're doing, don't you?
Ay, que no me susurres así, por favor, Dios mío. Sí. Bueno, no, en realidad no. Dime, ¿qué implican sus palabras aquí?
Of course, you're turning over a dangerous lawbreaker. You're dooming a young woman in her hour of desperation.
Es que, ¿cómo voy a elegir yo si por un lado mi autoridad me dice que estoy entregando a una peligrosa infractora de la ley y por otro lado mi empatía me dice estás condenando a una joven en su peor momento, tío? Que claro, es que la pregunta, la premisa de este juego es ¿qué clase de policía eres? La integridad siempre sale ganando. La integridad, pero tía, tú en este caso, ¿qué harías? O sea, yo soy policía, yo no puedo empatizar. Yo soy policía, Juani. Yo no puedo empatizar en plan, oh, es que la chica lo está pasando mal. No, si mató a un tío, tú tienes que ir para el talego. Venga, bueno, la dos. Yo sí quiero ser buena gente, tío.
Very real trouble. I won't tell you how to do your job, but remember, this is an RCM matter. Make sure you weigh your next words carefully.
Gracias, Kim Kitsuragi, así lo haré.
He won't tell you how to do your job, but a good police officer knows when to listen to his partner.
Tanto que lo escucho.
When you turn back, the man is looking at you, expectantly.
Abochornado por un crío. ¿Qué crío me abochornó a mí, además de Kuno? Pero eso fue hace 1000 años. Y si le cuelgo el marrón a Kuno, tío, no puedo hacer eso. Porque lo haría encantada, ¿eh?
I understand that you are here to investigate a murder, but I must impress upon you the seriousness of this matter. Thousands of corporate secrets may be at stake here. I shudder to think what damage that might do to the international markets.
It's certainly serious, sir. But there's also the question of jurisdiction. The Wayfarer Act places certain strictures on what matters the RCM may involve itself in.
You're right, of course. What use are protocols if you don't follow them?
Me encanta que Kitsuragi esté mirando para la pared. En plan, no quiero ni verte a la cara.
I only pray that the ICP apprehends this fugitive before more corporate secrets are lost. Now, was there anything else you wish to discuss? Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his
Pero
own
que tú
hands,
vienes aquí a
and that's
empujarte al Martín Martínez ese, pero tú te piensas que yo soy tonta. Dice que eres su amigo de los domingos. Pues los domingos vienes tú aquí, que es cuando te cuadra bien, y tienes tu affair con Martín Martínez.
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue. That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since. EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this. Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
Significa la sigla, estúpido.
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the
No me lo quiere decir, pero porque todo el mundo me oculta información.
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Pues ya está, ya me lo dijiste todo.
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy. It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure. No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
Ah, ahora no quieres hablar de política, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo hiciste amigos? ¿Se conocieron en las dunas de Maspalomas, quizás?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in. Au contraire, it's how millions of people end up where they are, meeting the people they meet. Sorry, who? But I told you, officer, he's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization. Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
Porque te lo estás empujando.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes. He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him. I'm just enjoying the view.
¿Qué viste si no se ve ni un pijo?
Listen. The Insulindian Bay. This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away. My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
Tú sabes mucho del culo de Marty Martínez.
I'm all ears, officer.
Ya está, ya te pregunté todo ya. Puedes ir a la verga si quieres.
Officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well. Of course. I'm glad I could help.
Pues si no me ayudaste en nada. Voy a dormir, ya mañana hago las interrogaciones pertinentes. Bueno, Pim.
The door has seen better days. The layer.
I'll be sleeping in my room in the whirling. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Hasta mañana, buenas noches, mi mejor amigo. Voy a hondo más profundo en la mente de Bigotinchi.
Like
bueno,
the rest
no
of
puedo
you,
porque no me
it
salió la
comes from a
tirada.
bad place somewhere in the past.
Tengo que mejorar mi enciclopedia.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror.
No, no te voy a afeitar porque entonces ya no eres Bigotinchi. No, 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 no. No on my watch. Y esa chaqueta guapísima, Bigotinchi. Mira toda la ropa que tiene. Tiene más ropa que yo, pero real.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Y que Kim me susurre cositas al oído. Me encanta cuando Kim me coge aparte y me susurra.
A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around.
Recorded in you. Forever. On Faraday.
Espérate, porque cuando se empieza a hablarme esta gente, yo me cuesta abstraerme para entenderlo. Yo creo que jugar a este juego fumado tiene que ser otra experiencia totalmente diferente. Y o borracho. Y o borracho.
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience. On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time. The smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
All stuck on loop. Whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world.
Qué
An
depresión me da
address
esto,
book
tío.
you are. The map of a city.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth. There he goes again.
He's a real political animal, Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
'Cause only love can break your heart. Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Aquí el mundo también es un disco, como en Terry Pratchett. Como el mundo disco.
You can do it. It's nothing.
Todas las cosas buenas tienen
Do
que
it
estar
for the
conectadas.
city. Go. Do it for the wind.
Pues sería guay, me parece.
¿Te imaginas que esto fuera parte de mundo disco? Me explotaría la cabeza.
Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
Buah, entonces sí. Me encantaría.
It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here. Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
Pero ¿cómo que van peor? Yo creo que las cosas van mejor. ¿No? ¿O qué? ¿Soy yo demasiado optimista o qué? Yo pensaba que todo iba bastante bien, es verdad.
Oh, sure. You've been making progress on your case, interviewing people, solving side tasks.
Exacto, sí.
But who's focusing on the big questions? You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
¿Qué es eso de la responsabilidad ahora?
The most
Otra
awesome,
idea, seguramente.
terrible thing. It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies.
Venga, que sí.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority,
Más autoridad que yo, que no tiene nadie aquí.
like a committee.
¿Un comité de que de todas las voces de mi cabeza?
Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez.
Kim Kitsuragi y la vieja de la silla de ruedas, nadie más.
Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start.
Mira, mi hermano. Ese. Mi mejor amigo, mi hermano Kim Kitsuragi.
Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it. Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be carefully reviewed by your superior. Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting. Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels. Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
Vale. Funda un comité formado por moralistas para asignar la responsabilidad. Tal vez Kim sepa por dónde podrías empezar. Y Kim sabe mucho. Kim lo sabe todo, ¿verdad? Mira aquí en donde me está esperando. Buenos días, mi amigo. ¡Buenos días!
Yes?
Kim, tenemos que hablar de responsabilidad.
I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject. If you ask me, it's past time for you to cut back on the smoking. You seem like a man with a death wish. It's quite disturbing.
Pero si solo me he fumado un cigarro en 4 días, Kim Kitsuragi. Solo me lo fumo por las bonificaciones, exacto. Hasta Bigotinchi lo dice.
Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stabilité? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? Ah, now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility?
Efectivamente, sí. Fumar es malo para la salud, sí, sí. Cuando fumas te resta un punto de salud, pero te sube la lógica y no sé qué otra cosa más. Y el alcohol te quita un punto de moral y te sube constitución. Tú lo puedes usar o no, pero a lo mejor a veces conviene usarlo para determinadas interacciones y conversaciones cuando no tienes los suficientes puntos, porque si no, no te salen las tiradas. De hecho, yo tenía un paquete de tabaco. Bueno, ahora no puedo mirar. ¿Cómo lo has sabido?
Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees.
Tú no eres moralista aquí.
In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villedroit, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment.
No, a mí ese señor me cae mal.
If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first you might need to speak with his young companion. Now, was there anything else?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately. This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works. And it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
La vieja no quiere ser una chivata.
Ah, I should have known. This is yet another union mess. I'm not afraid of them, you know. We are not in the habit of being afraid around here.
Enough of this. She better start talking
Voy
right
a presionar a la vieja que encima me dejó quedarme ahí de gratis.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too. As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
Pero yo no puedo buscar más. Eso es todo. Señora, quiero explicaciones.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you. Damn that girl.
Ah, o sea, que la fugitiva se estuvo escondiendo aquí.
But you didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear, we welcome all kinds of people here. She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into?
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
This Ruby is an old lady whisperer. She knows how to work the village elder, unlike you.
Pues Dayfone, si te quieres comprar el juego, antes Josu dijo que se lo acaba de comprar súper barato y serías la cuarta persona a la que hago que se compre el juego. Necesito más para llevarle eso a la desarrolladora y decirle, a cambio de todos los juegos que has vendido gracias a mí, quiero que Kim Kitsuragi me mande un audio personalizado. Gracias. Yo con que el doblador de Kitsuragi me mande un audio diciéndome algo bonito, yo con eso tengo.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time, kept to herself. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
She wanted to talk to her, as they usually do, but she was brooding.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think. I cleaned it, like I always do. No.
The truth, sire.
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
Do tell.
¿Se me ocurre una posible explicación?
Exit from what?
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son.
¿Y si la Ruby esa es hija de Bigotinchi?
She really believes that.
Not that I know.
A mí me encanta soltar
Though she
teorías.
was
Luego no
into
acierto,
nice
¿no? Pero
music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north. You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Are you sure you'd rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
No, you can do it. You still have plenty of juice in you before you drop. Behind the cinder block houses, old pre-war ruins rise to the sky like dark palaces. The wind calls.
What more do you want to know? Yes, let's hear those other questions. One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
no, solo la voy a enchironar, nada más.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Es una buena chica, solo está metida en negocios de droga y mata a un tío. Pero nada más. Ahí está. Ahí está lo que veníamos buscando todo este tiempo. Por eso lo juegas bien, ¿por qué? Porque soy como Bigotinchi, claro. Es que yo lo hice emocional pensando que lo iba a llevar mejor, pero es que somos literalmente la misma persona. Aquí está, dime que aquí está. Ahora sí. Vamos a ponerte el loro. Ay, yo te voy a quitar el sombrero este, tío. Yo quiero verte la carita. Vamos a ponernos el loro. ¿Dónde está? Aquí. ¿No?
The porter reel is just what you needed.
Yes.
The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for, the one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Sí, vamos a cantarlo en el karaoke esta
Of
noche.
course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a
Ya
million
está.
times.
Esta es la misión principal del juego.
And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way. Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain
Pues
out.
ahora sí me tengo que convencer a Garte con el odio que me tiene.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Maybe we could, ask the man who's pointing at the building.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
¿Y por qué conoces el nombre de Kim Kitsuragi y no el de Harry de Bois? Yo soy su superior.
Nice to meet you.
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into verbs lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remain. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here. It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, which is a feat of engineering, even today's giant. Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
No, eso a mí no me interesa.
But of course, what else? No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off. He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Todo rollo este tío. No me dijo nada. Pero yo aquí vine ya. Claro, aquí yo llamé por teléfono a mi mujer. Y me traumaticé. Estaba en la cama con otro hombre.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here. We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol's sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building. I hope not.
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer. There's no echo and no answer.
Here we go. Nice and easy.
Mira, el marido de la señora en silla de ruedas. Ya te encontré ya.
There's a cylinder on the
Pensaba que
ground.
estabas muerto. Pensaba que eras el cadáver de que estaba en el
It looks like
en la pasarela aquella. Qué disgusto me lleve.
Who's there? Oh, the police.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it. To what do I owe the pleasure? Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the AL-81.
No hace falta darle esa información, Bigotinchi, de que tú reventaste las clusas. No, eso no hace falta.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
This is a man possessed, always on the brink of some breakthrough. He won't leave if there's a sliver of hope. The great find might happen today.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we
No,
go.
vaya usted a ver a su mujer que está la pobre en silla de ruedas y está muy preocupada por ti. Y tú estás aquí jugando con a ver si encuentras al titicoca o al yeti o cualquier animal mitológico. Corra. Al Willen a ver a su
For all his
mujer.
passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
I'm afraid not, officer. I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days, looking for signs of insect activity. I'm less interested in mammalian concerns, to be perfectly honest.
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook, then gestures for you to proceed.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it. Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialized techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
Es que eso a mí no me interesa nada, ¿eh?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts. Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
O sea, que a lo mejor ni existe eso.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
Como si fuera Dios.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
What would it be like to grasp and hold onto something you think is next to you, or just behind you, like a trace of vapor you exhaled one spring morning as a child?
There was a credible sighting here recently. A pair of teenagers described a creature that matched the Insulindian phasmid to an uncanny degree. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore. I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis. Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
Hembras reproduciéndose sin machos, menuda farsa. Un crimen contra la pasión y el sentido común. Qué listas, pues sí.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick. Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course, but we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
Yes. What? And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I'm doing this for science, and so is she. Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers. Yes, that's How we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the
Pero que a mí
mysterious
eso no me
phasm.
interesa.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't...
His spirit may be willing, but his body might be too old to endure the rigors of the coast.
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Why not? At least it will give us the excuse to look into a lot of reels.
No me puedo creer que estés de acuerdo conmigo, Kim Kitsuragi.
That it will. That it absolutely will. I hope you brought your good boots. There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them... You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry. Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Wise choice.
Ya total.
This
Un olor
is the
más y un
smell
olor
of
menos.
dying reeds, of longing crumbling into...
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have... But what if the information is vital? On the hunt. A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Aquí hubo lío sin lugar a dudas.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Porque eso fue un fusilamiento que hubo ahí, Kim Kitsuragi.
The lieutenant also nods. It is quite a scene. The two of you standing next to the broken wall of an abandoned building. He nods in agreement. It really is a very serious scene. worth shaking your head over.
All right. I'm glad we stopped when we did. My neck was starting to hurt. If there's nothing more, we should get going.
Phew. All that nodding was rough on the old neck, close to feeling that twinge. Unable to piece together the big picture just now. There's a hole in their hypothesis.
Bueno.
The scattering of bullet holes looks like one giant smiling mouth, smiling its deadly smile.
Eso tiene pinta de que ahí fusilaban gente, porque si no todo ese balacerío ahí.
A moment, but the reeds sway in the coastal breeze. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end. Surrounding the trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. No locust. No phasmid either, but still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap. Okay, but after that we get back to our own assignments. We've done a thorough survey of the coast now. Just running around is no longer useful.
A cold gust of air dries your sweaty face, and you look to the dark shadow of the felled building in the distance, drawing you to it.
Pero, Kitsuragi, yo tengo que hacer misiones secundarias para conseguir experiencia, ¿tú me entiendes? Porque yo necesito subir las habilidades. Tú porque igual las tienes todas al máximo ya. Porque eres el puto, pero yo no. No, con Garte no quiero hablar.
It's great to see you again, officer. It's great to see you again, officer.
Que hable con ella.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you. Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mexican origin. The pin is an antique, quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
No.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it.
That is a way bigger compliment than it sounds like. Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track. I looked up and what?
Lo voy a pasar rápido porque no me interesa.
I didn't know this I tried, but
Where did you go?
I ran back home to my grandmother, and for years it was
We were on a date.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant.
It did, yes.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of it's... If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no
Kim, ¿qué piensas de todo esto?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended.
Que sí, muchas
You're
gracias.
welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just...
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anyway.
Mira este cabrón aquí con la peluca. A ver qué me dio usted, señora. +1 de mundo interior, +1 de voluntad. De momento me interesa más la teatralidad porque como a mí todo el mundo me miente, tengo que aprender a captar las mentiras. ¿Y este señor tan elegante aquí? ¿Quién es? El otro papanata, no me interesa.
Lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and
¿Amarillo lo llamó?
Notebook.
¿Acabas de llamar a mi mejor amigo Kim Kitsuragi amarillo? Detenido.
Yellow man? Feels significant somehow, him saying that. You should ask him about it later.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
This man respects authority too much to see you for what you are. Pretend thou art a sober man.
Oh, I've been tempted.
Qué mal me
But
cae este
someone
tío,
has
Me
to
cae peor
stay
que Garte,
strong
yo
for
diría.
River Call.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Seguro que este sabe algo.
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
¿Será este el cabrón que iba aquí detrás, el racista?
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sale. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one?
Ahí lo tiene.
Well, this is that racist.
Kim, si tú quieres le metemos una paliza, ¿eh? Tú solo dímelo y lo reventamos aquí. Le doy con el taburete.
Hey, man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact. No problem at all. My mug? Why would you think that? Oh, no, that's not... Why would I be calling to a broken mug?
Si eres tú, cabrón, pues que sepa que el del sindicato te manda recuerdo. Solo te digo eso. Duerme con un ojo abierto esta noche, Gary.
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
Lo haría, pero no sé cómo. ¿Cómo multo a alguien, Kim?
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
Ah, este es el que tiró la ropa del ahorcado a la basura y la tiró solo para ocultar la taza esa de racista que tiene, asqueroso. Y todas las demás que tienes, ¿por qué no las tiraste?
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Pero porque Gary aquí abajo parece el conde Olaf y en la foto es otra persona diferente.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Pues ya va rulando esa llave.
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Bohemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's
Venga,
not like
aplica.
that.
Hola, Rico. Hola, mi amorcito.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know? Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty. Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
Esta es la comadreja que me estaba hablando el del sindicato. Pues sí, tiene cara de comadreja, la verdad.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment, admiring your mug collection. Perhaps a little intimidation? That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath. Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard.
Pues ya te la vas quitando y me la das a mí.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once.
Venga, venga, suelta.
I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth. This shame is surprisingly sincere.
La realidad es súper importante para interrogarte.
Gary, what's going on?
Gary es un fraude. Ya no se junten con él.
I took the hangman's cuirass. I didn't mean
Pues venga,
to.
dámela.
God damn it, Gary.
I know.
Shame on you. Give the cuirass to the officer at once.
Inmediati.
Gary didn't mean to interfere with your investigation officers. He's just thick-headed and poor as dirt. But he's always helped us, given us a place to stay. And he's followed Morel into God knows what jungles.
He's a loyal friend.
Dame la armadura.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat. This is it. This will protect your mortal shell. Don it and live.
Guillermo, tocaron la puerta, ¿eh?
¿Ah, sí?
Sí.
¿Ahora mismo?
Sí. Ah, pensaba que tú estabas para adentro.
No.
La voz del narrador me gusta, me encanta. La voz del narrador también me gusta. Es como más ruda, ¿no? La de Kim es más dulce. Las dos me gustan, la verdad. Si tuviera que elegir una, elegiría la de Kim.
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
Que yo creo que la voz del narrador es la voz de Bigotinchi, ¿no?
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here.
Ah, porque eres un puto racista.
Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. CLI officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king
Eso no es excusa, tío, pero ¿y qué tiene que ver Kitsuragi con eso?
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotion.
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you. But
he's a scaredy cat.
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
Hoy te está gustando mucho hacer directo. Llevas casi 5 horas. Sí. Y ojalá no me doliera el culo y poder hacer 5 horas más. Porque este juego me encanta. Es que me encanta. Y no puede ser que solo juegue un día a la semana. Esta semana he jugado 2. Y me sigue pareciendo poco.
This is all he knows.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Viste que en Kitsuragi te defendí. Buah, ahora sí. Mira, ¡pum! Mira, a mi Bigotinchi me parece atractivo también. En el avatar este de aquí abajo no. Aquí no. Pero ahí sí, un hombre grande y fuerte, tío. Y el bigote ese así, no sé. Me parece algo muy guay. Pero luego me gusta Kim también. Esa pinta como de pringadillo me pone también. No sé, tía, yo no sé. Ahora ya sí puedo hablar con la biblioteca, ¿no?
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2.
Venga, conéctame.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
On Moreau Drive in central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately. Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
¿Será la misma persona?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day. Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Thibault book the other day. Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87.
Vale,
but
pues
we don't have it yet.
dígale a Billy que su marido está muerto, que se reventó contra un banco en una pasarela de madera, ¿vale? Se lo dice mi parte, que estaba borracho.
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
Pues ya no va a devolver más libros. Para mí ha sido raro con la mudanza y la casi ruptura. Ya, me imagino que a ti se te habrá hecho mucho más largo. Pero bueno, mira, el lunes empieza un mes nuevo, el último mes de este año infernal. Y otro año que viene. Otro año más viejo que nos hacemos todos y todas.
And then goes for a little drink later, on the lookout.
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two.
Pues
the
ya
last
no va a
time she
tomar
saw
más
him.
trago.
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Venga, gracias.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
Vamos a llamar a la comisaría otra vez.
Right.
Venga, vámonos con toda esa panda de cabrones.
Fireworker, over.
Me alegra informar de que he encontrado mi placa.
10-4, sir. Glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
Feels good to get that off your chest, right? Celebration with beer?
No. No.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
The Kupris Motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
Yo estoy haciendo este diálogo nada más para escuchar la voz a Kim Kitsuragi.
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember? A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century.
Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please, in the cabin, you see.
Pues mira, me quité un par de misiones de... Ah, sí, lo de las trampas.
Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman. Now then.
He tries to play it cool.
Good. Okay. And? Completely empty?
Surprise, tempered with fear and trepidation. He doesn't know what to think yet. Maybe you're joking?
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Bueno.
Of course, more clever.
¡Ay, Dios mío! Kim, no me hables así susurrando. Bueno, sí, habla así. Ojalá hablaras así todo el rato.
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. it might behove you to tread.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture, mine stands, okay?
Digo sí, a mí me da igual lo que ustedes hagan.
Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptos.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently. You have your suspicions,
Mierda.
but nothing you can form into a viable explanation.
A different cryptid?
No, no le alimentes más la de Lulu a esta gente.
Maybe you should stick to human detective work.
Sí. Porque aquí esta gente está chalada. Convence a Garte para que te deje cantar en el karaoke. Esta es la misión que yo llevo queriendo hacer toda la vida.
Hey, is there something you needed?
Qué asco le tengo a este tío.
Well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
Es parte de mi viaje de autodescubrimiento personal.
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44. A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke. Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
Vale, pues a mamarla, a tomar por culo. Oye, soy un cliente, yo ya te pagué tu deuda y te trajo un pájaro disecado nuevo, Garte. ¿Qué más quieres de mí?
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you.
Oh yeah. Time to do the damage.
Vale, pues esta noche venimos, Bigotinchi, cuando tú tengas más público. ¡Ay, qué feliz soy!
You're right. Let's talk this through. We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary. Dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Entonces no lo sabes, Kim Kitsuragi. Yo he pasado por muchas cosas.
Good advice. The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Hello? Who is it?
He gives you a short, encouraging nod.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
Ay Dios, yo no sé cómo hacer esto, tío.
There's fear in her voice.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like
Ay,
something
no,
to
mira
drink?
la señora, la cara de amable que
Tea,
tiene.
lemonade? We're out of coffee.
Ay, no, yo no le quiero dar esa mala noticia. A ver, su marido era un borracho. Conocido. Que igual se quitó un peso de encima, también te digo, pero si era el que traía el dinero a la casa.
The
Pero
lieutenant
tienen dos
has taken
niños.
off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now.
Sí,
You're
tú
on
ponte a
your
limpiar
own
las gafitas,
here.
hacerte el loco y déjame todo el trabajo a mí.
He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
No, ya su marido no le va a dar más problemas, señora. Ojalá que se ponga contenta, de verdad.
No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital?
Gracias.
How bad is it?
Definitely no small talk. This isn't the time or place.
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie. The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight. And Victor is out.
Pues la casa me gusta, me parece muy bonita. O sea, es muy pequeña y tal, pero... Es que, no sé, la estética del juego me encanta.
He has a problem with drinking. And so he disappears every now and then.
Pues ya desapareció para siempre.
He's probably in the parks drinking with his friends. I sent him to the library a few days ago, but I guess something came up. Just to return a book of mine? Why? Why all those questions, detective? Did he...
Do something? Break something? It's a fool's hope.
I think it was, Thibaut's The Glinting Curve. It was pretty good. His old leather jacket. It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so...
It reminded him of his teenage years.
No, well, the lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter.
She folds her hands across her chest. Here it comes.
Porque el hecho de tener el pañuelo de Kim me da un punto más de empatía para esta tirada. Yo sabía que yo el pañuelo de mi mejor amigo no lo debería haber vendido. Y no lo vendí. Me lo quedé porque eso me lo voy a quedar yo para siempre ya.
You've done this before.
Pero podía no haberme
Just
salido
keep
la
your
tirada
focus.
perfectamente, ¿eh? Eso al final es azar. No, a lo mejor esta tirada no, porque tenía muchos puntos que se sumaban. Y si digo que está muerto y punto, no, a ver.
What did you say?
Ay, yo no quiero.
A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins.
Tenía la esperanza de que se pusiera contento al darme esa noticia.
Oh. Oh. But he was just...
But he was just here, alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock, I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
What happened to him? Was he drunk? I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever. She blinks, eyes welling up with tears,
siento mucho,
as
señora.
her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of
here.
Kim es más bueno, le va dando pañuelos a todo el mundo. A mí me dio uno también, cuando casi me vomito. Bueno, cuando me vomité, de hecho.
No, no. I just need to tell my girls.
It burns like acid.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you.
Ay, no.
She can't take much more. Her stomach is churning. Soon she will have to go to the bathroom and scream.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
A very good call.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon. Already, she starts to shake.
We should step outside and talk.
Pero no me susurras así aquí, que estoy muy triste. No me puedes poner cachonda cuando estoy aquí yo llorando y sufriendo por esta mujer, tío. Me hace... Me proporcionas un dilema aquí, una lucha de sentimientos que no es muy agradable. Es que de verdad, tía, estoy aquí yo llorando por la mujer esta y este. Stuck upside. Kitsuragi, por favor.
You did well. You did enough. Can't save the whole world, you know. I'll call the station when we're finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased.
Mira esta. Esta sí que es una comadreja.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done. Let's go.
Bueno, yo creo que ya está bien por hoy, ¿verdad? Sí. Yo creo que 5 horas está muy bien. Yo seguiría de verdad, pero es que tengo el culo ya. Pero lo bueno es que el próximo día hay karaoke con Bigotinchi. Y eso es todo lo que yo le pido a la vida.